Wow, good evening, guys. I just want to say before we start the stream, we've had over 15 subscribers to the actual competition on Steam already. We've had over 55 views on the Steam Workshop, which is incredible. Incredible. And if you guys are going to submit a, your file for this competition, I cannot wait to see them. I didn't think we'd get this kind of response, and I just want to say a massive thank you for the support. A massive thank you to No Limits for retweeting, as well as other people for retweeting as well, and for people sharing it around with their friends. It's incredible. I cannot thank you guys enough to help this get off the ground, and because we've wanted to do something like this for a long time, we just never had the following. So it's really cool to actually be able to do this now. So yeah, thanks a lot, guys. I really appreciate it. Today, I'm joined by James. Say hi, James.
Hi, James.
And we're just going to tell you about what you can and can't do. There's been a few messages on our social media through Facebook and all that kind of stuff.
Looks like the link in the description isn't working.
For the
actual competition.
For the Steam link. Okay.
I copied the one from here. This one should work.
The one from Discord should work.
Yeah, that one works.
Yeah.
There you go.
It was because when I uploaded, because obviously I don't upload anything to Steam Workshop through CoasterGen. I never have done, but I have contributed with Wolf stuff. So when I check on my files, it comes up with the files that we've submitted with Wolf. Obviously, he's put us in as a contributor. But I had mine set to private because I don't upload anything of my own, other than this.
Yeah, that's right.
But going forward, now we've got enough people that actually enjoy our stuff, and we will upload certain things. Yeah, so it's cool. Yeah, over 600 subscribers. Congratulations. Yeah, thank you, Ben. Yep. Hello to Afton Coasters, Ben, Behemoth, AsV9, Theme Park Towers, Gaming Cheater, long time watchers of our channel. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. So basically, this is what you can and can't do. You can collaborate with up to 2 people. You can remove any trees in the area. You can only build roller coasters, that's roller coasters, not roller coaster, inside the red boundary. You can build as many as you want, but they have to be inside the red boundary. You can put as much theming around the area as you want, but the roller coasters is what you're going to be judged on, and the theming inside the area. Did I make that clear? So you can
so you can build as many roller coasters as you want within the red boundaries.
Correct.
If you want to expand the plaza out so it links more towards where the kind of mock-up of areas and stuff, you can bring that outside, but the coaster can't go outside the red boundary.
Yep. And you can delete the scene object. All you do is you double click it, untick lock, and then delete it. And I have raised the land enough, so you should be able to, I think it's 60 or 70 feet in the air, so you've got quite a lot before you hit water. Let's have a look. Yeah, you've got quite a lot of area before you hit water. So
the gaming cheater, try deleting the scene object that is the base of the world if you're not able to highlight your track.
Yes, so get rid of the scene object, and like I said, the land should be high enough. But if you want to use that for reference, you can. The only reason we did that, well, James will tell you now how he did that, and then how we figured out the scale for this thing. That was hilarious, because I actually started building there before he'd done the right scale. So I was building off about 3 or 4. What was it, like 2 point something? The scale, the size of the model that you put in.
So I think it was 1.4 times the size that it was meant to be.
Yeah, so it was quite high.
So yeah, so in terms of getting the model of the area in, I first used a Blender plugin called Blender CIS, and used the terrain import function on that. If you have a look on YouTube for a Blender CIS terrain,
yeah,
there's a tutorial on how you can import terrain into Blender, which is really good. That's where I actually saw how to do it, and then I imported that model into No Limits. You might need to convert the texture file for it because it downloads it in TIF, and Blender doesn't. No Limits doesn't support that.
Hates TIFF.
So you might need to convert it into like PNG or a JPEG. And then in terms of getting the scale correct, because it was ginormous.
Yep.
So the actual scaling of it should be 0.6. Um, I had another tutorial, and it's no limits to high quality overlay. If you Google that, it is by. Let's have a look. No limits to overlay. It is on Coaster Crazy. It should be the first link. And it's how to import an overlay from Google Earth Pro, which is actually free to download.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, a lot of people don't realize that, do they?
Yeah, so importing that and getting scaling correct there, and then I just scaled the actual model compared to the overlay. So it's an accurate size for the area. It did take a little while.
Yeah. You actually, I heard you rustling with your paper as well at one point, and I was like, "Wait, you're doing maths?"
Yeah,
He
yeah.
was like, "Yeah, I'm doing maths. I got to do maths."
Because you have to.
Maths needs to happen.
You set up the resolution of the image.
Yeah.
So the image is a 4,800 by 4,800 square for the overlay, and then you measure, because you have measurement tools on Google Earth Pro, which is amazing, which actually shows you the map length side to side. So you divide that by the resolution. So in my case, it was like 1,600 something divided by 4,800. And that gives you the feet per pixel, and then that's what you put in the scale for the overlay. It's all explained in the thing.
Yeah, it's pretty cool though. How well we had this. So some of you do know a project I'm working on behind the scenes is for Lightwater Valley, and we did this originally with Lightwater Valley for the Ultimate. It's a project that I'm working on. I don't want to say too much about it because it's pretty cool at the moment, isn't it? It's pretty good.
I haven't seen it for a while, actually.
Yeah, well, it's not changed much since you last seen it, so yeah, it's not too bad. But yeah, it's a cool project, and I can't wait to show you guys that. But once that's done,
Ben, Luke, and his rocks.
Yeah, I love my rocks. It's a great way of separating the path from the grass. It's just a really cool way of doing it.
Ben, now this will show some very creative ideas on how the space would be utilized.
Yeah.
Behemoth, my coaster for this is something else. Is it just a coaster that is entirely a trim? Like the entire track is I'll put
good money on it that it is probably that, to be honest with you. I mean, I'm not a gambling man, but if I was, you know.
So you can see from Luke doing this pathway. Pathways and stuff are allowed to be outside of the red area.
It's that's what we said. We said that it's just the coasters.
Yeah, but it's a nice visual representation of it.
Yeah. That's why I'm doing it, to be honest with you. And I've just realised that these rocks should not have been where they are. I apologise for that. They should have been further over because the trees are further over in real life as well. I did it to the overlay of what James gave me. So if you ever get stuck, just turn it back on.
No, the overlay doesn't come packaged with the thing.
Oh, not the overlay. Oh, yeah, I've got the overlay, haven't I?
Yeah, you've got the overlay
as
well. So the overlay file, I might be able to make that accessible actually.
I do have the overlay, so I can play with the overlay.
It's just when you send it, you need to search for the files again and set the scale up and everything.
Is there a way of making the overlay less strong? Yes, there is.
Yes, it's in the preferences.
Gotcha. Nice. I've now currently squashed about 700 cars. Just see them underneath the overlay.
Behemoth, stop exposing my plan. I'm sorry. Ben King, the one and only all trims coaster.
Yeah, all trims towers. There's your name for it. I'm just turning the overlay off a minute. So yeah, so this is basically just going to be, you know, some ideas for you guys. I can't submit to the competition. I'm buying the damn thing. I'm buying the prize, so it doesn't really make much sense. But
I mean, I could do a thing, but I'm not allowed to win. So
Yeah, you can play. Like, it's the same what we did with Dan's challenge on thingy. So in fact, you know what? I'm gonna keep the trees where they are for
that's the thing.
realism.
The only the only thing I ever do in No Limits is make overlays for you
Yeah.
and scenery objects. I don't do anything with the coasters.
Well, you
ever.
should. You've got a good project going, and you.
My track work is rubbish.
Yeah, but you're all right. You're not
Why does that name sound so good?
wing coaster. Guess what
No,
I'm
it's All
building.
Trims Towers. That just sounds so good.
Where's a wing coaster? I've naturally built a twisted wing coaster. That's the one. New colors. Colors. Colorway. What colorway should we go with? Let's just go with white for now. White
Yeah,
with.
I tend. It's easy just to do the coaster first without deciding colours and then see how it feels at the end of it.
Yeah, I
It'll
like
be cool
to do
to see your ideas, Luke and James.
I like to get some kind of idea in my head.
See, Luke will actually have an idea for track work.
No, I don't. I've literally not. I've literally just turned this on and I'm going to start building. Because that's how I want people to kind of do this. You know, I want them to go in, you know, blind, so to speak, but with kind of an idea. Like, I know where I want to build. Obviously, I'm going to build the station down here because it's the lowest point. Nemesis 101 at Alton Towers. Oh, like I have messaged a few people and said if you do stick to a tree height, so if you stick to a height restriction, you create yourself a height restriction, then make sure you put it in the description on the form when we finally make the form for Google when you do submit your entry, and it will count to your realism points. So.
Oh jeez, I forgot what I did in this world. Oh god.
What are you doing?
I just opened up one of my old projects.
Which one?
The one that I've been working on for. So this
Apex?
project. Yeah, this project.
Wow. Apex
I've been working on it for 4 years,
Wow.
and I keep deleting it and starting again.
You've been working on it for a while.
So yeah, the last thing that I did with it was make a model in Blender, and then I used the particle system to duplicate it everywhere, and it just looks like a really bad scene from Doctor Who. And I've got a 3D model of a track which is just glowing neon pink.
Oh yeah, I remember that now. Yeah, I remember why you didn't continue that now. Yeah, now you mention it. Yeah, I do remember.
Let's delete that. Coaster unfreeze, and we'll make that not invisible.
What that be, James? Please make the form. Yeah, James should make.
Yeah, I'll make the form.
You can do that. That's your responsibility, bro. Yeah, but if you submit that, then we'll know what restrictions you put on yourself. I would probably, if you are gonna do a height restriction, probably need to stick the terrain model on and draw a support across from probably where Nemesis is, or the lift hill of air, or Galactica, sorry, and run it just so it's above the red line, so we know where your height restriction is. So you definitely do stick to it. Otherwise, it's a bit pointless you saying, "Oh, it's that tree on the left." Which one? So yeah, if you could do that, I'd appreciate that, guys.
That's not the one that I had. It was a different one. Oh no, it was that first one. I think. Or was it this one?
Can I actually do this?
Oh, it's that one.
Destroy this anyway.
I have 3 different models in this park, which are the exact same model, just slightly different versions of it. I was like, which one did I use?
Okay, so we're gonna go to Wing Coaster.
I'm gonna send a screenshot in Discord.
Okay.
Of Apex, so people can see what I had worked on previously.
It's good. I like it. You don't. I don't know why you don't, but you don't.
I don't know.
That's quite tall. This is gonna be tough if you're using the height restriction, guys. This is gonna be tough.
Yeah, the last version of it, I pretty much had already finished it and then just deleted
Yeah,
it.
that makes sense for you to do that. To be fair.
I was basically ready to film a video on it,
Yeah.
but I didn't and just deleted it. Because I don't like it.
One thing I feel Alton Towers doesn't have, other than Oblivion, is a coaster with a straight downwards drop. 13 does it, but you trimmed halfway down. Behemoth, be quiet. Um, but other than that, I don't think there is one. Like a big solid drop, you know?
Hmm.
So let's do that.
But personally, I think it will be a lot more realistic if they stick to the height restriction.
And it will be.
It will be, yeah.
And that's why you'll get points for it.
We just gave the option of not sticking to it
Just due to the sheer
to
amount of
encourage
people.
creativity.
The sheer amount of people who commented on the what you call it, on the Twitter was ridiculous. Yeah. Like,
I'm going to make a dive even though they have one. Cool. You can make multiple coasters.
Yeah,
in
you
that
can do
one
whatever
area.
you want. You could build Rita again if you want. Sorry, Dan, if you're listening. You can build whatever you want, guys. There's no restrictions. Like I said, feel free, knock your socks off and build some cool rides. I think it's just a cool little competition to do because, you know, it's one of them places that you probably would want to design, like in your wildest dreams, but you never can.
Yes, Ben. Oblivion is not a true vertical drop coaster.
It's not, which is why it's an 87 degrees.
Because if it was true vertical, they didn't actually have the sprung wheels back then.
Mm-hmm.
Sprung wheel assemblies. So if they did have a true vertical drop, it would partially kind of float between the track. And it would be like a really rough ride experience, which is why they didn't quite go for the full vertical.
I've just realised what I'm doing.
From what I know, the carriage is slightly angled as well, so carriage-wise, where you're actually sitting does go pretty much vertical.
I've just realised I wasn't building on the Heartline.
Easy question today. How many trims have been placed on coasters worldwide? Countless.
We're getting more trim questions.
Ryan, what coaster type this is? This is a twisted wing coaster.
A wing. Yep, some wing coaster, and I'm just trying to give it a straight.
Hello,
drop.
T.
Hey, T. So you
hey,
can't
T.
actually see the drop, which is pretty cool. You can't see it unless you get round the corner, which would help Alton Towers for planning big time. Oh, I should probably share my screen for you, shouldn't
I? I'm watching, just delayed.
I'll share my screen with you. It doesn't really affect the fun. Your stream has been kicked. Yeah.
User
so,
has been disconnected.
Like, so if you see here now, I'm walking down. You can only see the drop.
Oh wow, yeah.
And that's quite. How high is it? That's quite a bit. It's 155 feet, which is not. It's about 100. In fact, it's not high at all. That. Maybe I could go a little bit higher. It's way above the tree line, but.
Yeah, but I don't really understand the whole tree line planning permission, because some of the trees in the towers are a lot taller than others. So is it just the tallest tree at towers they can go up to? Or is it for that specific area they choose the tallest tree?
I think that's a good question. You know what? I've always to counter that. Well, not counter that, but to back that point up. What if they just built a big hill, put a tree on it, and said forever this is our tree height? Yeah.
Yeah.
Why couldn't they just do that? Is there a reason why they can't do that? I don't know. Would there be a reason why they can't do that? I can't see the reason why. Can you?
Thank you, Ben.
What did you say? James, your coaster looks really good. You definitely should carry on working on it. Yeah, you should. You should. Listen to these people. You don't listen to me, so listen to these.
Like the track work's pretty much done. It's just trying to figure out how I want to go about the 3D model of
I
it.
actually quite like that colour. It's kind of worked out. Oh, why don't you put the catwalks on?
Because it's you, and you never do.
True.
That's why.
Because it's you and you never do. True. So just to let you know, guys, after this stream is finished, we have a special video being scheduled for tomorrow at 6:30.
Hello, Brenda.
Oh, if you get the Galactica warning, you can literally just turn off the yeah, you can literally just turn off the thingy, turn off the trains on Galactica, and you won't get the warning. Let's have a look. Probably not from that side. Here we go. Drop straight down. Got to be an element, hasn't it? Has to be. It's not bad. That's not bad. That's not bad.
That's not mine now.
Maybe I need to put a little bit more section here straight, but I kind of like the little lean it does. It reminds me of the swarm on the brake run. It's pretty cool actually. I don't mind that. It's not too bad.
Hey, Luke. So you know my my whole thing of tracking my package.
Well, be careful when you're saying that. Yeah.
So I just had to look at the tracking, and I saw that it departed the facility. I found the plane that it's on.
Right, so do you want to tell people what you've been trying to do for the last couple of days because of something you've ordered online? And then people might actually know what you're going on about. So you're just saying, I'm tracking my package, you know what I mean? Like...
So basically, I've ordered a new mouse and keycap set.
Yeah.
And it is coming from Hong Kong.
Mm-hmm.
And I know the tracking, like when it's left of the places and stuff. And I know that it's coming via DHL, so I've been going onto Flight Radar when I've seen that it's left the facilities and tracking the flight, and I've just found the flight that's left from Leipzig going to East Midlands Airport, which is where my package is going to be going to.
Yeah.
It is
really
currently halfway between the Netherlands and the east coast of the UK.
Nice.
Going over the North Sea.
How close is that? Oh.
Ryan,
Oh.
I love a pine-filled face when riding a coaster.
A pine field.
When riding a coaster.
Oh.
What was James bought a box in another box, which is in another box. For him, so I got a new keyboard. It's way better than my other one. Yeah, I just got the new keyboard. Start of this week.
Yes, and I got mine started this week as well.
Yeah, I got a new keyboard started this week. I was gonna get a new mouse, and I wanted to get a keycap set as well, so I ordered them both at the same time. But Ben, funny thing that you say that the call sign of the DHL flight is box. It's box 190 if you want to track the flight.
Yeah, track his flight. That would be hilarious.
Hey, I live in Netherlands. Do you think I can see it? Might be a bit out of your sight line now.
Go and have a look out your window and find out. I mean,
it is
it's
pretty
possible.
much.
It's possible.
It's almost at the UK's border, like shoreline now. So.
No, too late. Sorry.
Estimate to land in 31 minutes.
Really?
Yeah. At East Midlands Airport.
Wow.
Luke, want to go pick it up for me? Because you'll be kind of close to that.
No.
Are you not close? Where is East Midlands Airport? I don't actually know.
Birmingham, isn't it?
Is it?
Birmingham.
It's got Birmingham Airport. East Midlands. It's up near Derby and Nottingham.
Derby. Idiot.
Derby. So you're kind of close to it. Manchester's not that far from Derby and Nottingham.
Yeah. Kinda.
You're closer than me.
Oh yeah, I mean, T's closer than you. Not really.
Hope there's no else. What is the height? It is currently at an altitude of 36,000 feet.
It's hilarious.
I love flight radar, and the fact that I've actually been able to figure out what flight my parcel is on.
Have you ever watched it on the pro version where you can watch it land?
Yeah,
It just,
yeah.
like, stays above the runway for ages, and then it just it just drops.
Well, the pro version, you can actually set it so that you have like ATC maps and stuff instead.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like ATC radar. It's actually really cool.
Yeah.
I'm a nerd.
Yeah.
Jammy, I'll pick it up and totally won't steal it.
Oh, Jammy's in the house. Oh yeah, Jammy's close. Jammy, join streamers if you want. Ooh. Not bad. Sinless for the first part of it anyway. In fact, I'm going to go back in. You know what I'm going to do, actually? I'm going to unfreeze. I'm going to delete the monorail coaster because it isn't actually a coaster. So just delete that, guys. Sorry, I forgot to do that. And then Galactica, I'm going to freeze it. I'm going to take the trains off so it doesn't whinge. I should have done that, really, before submitting the thing. But yeah, that's how you stop that error.
So yeah, that pro version really doesn't work well with the 3D map.
Look at that.
Yeah, it's because of the time it
go.
takes to update.
No errors anymore.
Oh. So, the flight that my parcel is on, like the plane, it's actually a relatively new one. It was delivered January 2019. So it's only 1.3 years old. Game cheater, oh my god, this border is driving me nuts, I can't build.
Why?
What are you having issues with the border?
What border? What border are you having trouble with? I don't see how you're having trouble with it. I'm building in it. What do you want to do?
Watching the first Airbus A3 test flight was amazing, especially watching plane and actual size and scale fly over you from Airbus Filton. Oh, that's awesome.
I don't know why.
If I would ask if you knew what this ride needs, probably a bit obvious. What type is the plane? It is a 777F.
I've not built
so
a wing coaster
777-200.
So this is completely wrong. I know the shaping's completely wrong, but just want to try and give you guys an idea to what you can possibly do. No, just within an hour. You can probably do quite a bit. I know that wing coasters tend to be very
Game cheater, I feel so restricted. I can't get myself to build correctly. You're just gonna have to take some time experimenting with different ideas that'll work inside the space.
Yeah.
I know quite a lot of people actually find it easier to build when they have a restriction.
Yeah, a lot of people do. Don't forget you can turn scenery on and off as well, so don't feel like
you can display the scenery on or off,
and
which will still show you the borders as well, which is good.
Yeah, shows you the borders because it's
It must be manufactured by Boeing. It is a Boeing. It's Boeing 777.
This needs to be parabolic though, doesn't it? Because it's a B&M, so just realised. No, I've done that wrong. Back up, back it up, back it up, back it up. I hate B&M shaping. That's not bad. That's not too bad because it drops down lower. Yeah, there you go. What's
Yeah,
that?
T, I like the cockpit on 777F because they've taken the design from the 787, and I love the 787.
Guys, no word of a lie. This channel could be aviation based. James knows so much about it. It's crazy.
You could build a wild mouse and add trims at every block section.
You
Having
could.
some restrictions to make building coasters a lot more interesting and more realistic. As a gaming cheater, I didn't sign up for this. You knew what you were getting yourself into.
You did. You really did.
Ryan, I prefer the Queen of Disguise at 747. 747 is just majestic.
747 is just massive.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
remember
an
when,
A380 is even bigger.
do you remember that time I tried to? Yeah, I know. But do you remember that time I tried to land the 747 on Area 51, and I thought he was like, "You're down." I'm like, "I'm not down," and then I realized that it's actually a double floor.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize that I'd actually gone down. He was like, "Apply reverse thrust." I'm like, trying to apply reverse. That hill was shocking. Never mind.
You need to build a nice floater airtime hill. That's really what wing coasters have. Have I played Infinite Flight? No, I don't think I've played Infinite Flight. Let me double check.
It's Infinite Flight.
I think I've seen it, but I haven't played it. No, I haven't. It's the one that's for phones.
Oh, I tried it in Vegas. It's not very good.
I love restrictions because if it's too fast, you can't just draw it out. You need to add trims.
Such a bad shaping. I apologize for the shaping, guys. Like, I really do apologize, but I'm just trying to throw something together just so you can, you know, think about what you can and can't do in this area. I'm quite quick at designing layouts.
No, I didn't.
So...
I was lied to. You were not lied to. Yeah, Ben, the Dreamliner is just amazing. You know what's big? An Airbus Beluga. Yeah. Have you seen the Airbus Belugas?
No.
They're ridiculous. So they're what Airbus uses to transport parts of planes they're building.
I have seen one. I saw one over Chester Zoo once. True fact. I took a picture of one. I was like, what the hell is that? It's what they use to transport the planes, right?
Oh, well, parts of our planes, yeah.
Yeah. I think I know.
Usually a wing or two. Boeing have their own. The Dreamlifter. Dreamlifter is it's weird. So the Beluga has like a really, really rounded like forehead essentially, whereas the Dreamlifter's got like a hunchback. You need to do Infinite Flight multiplayer. That's really good with ATC. I tend to play at the moment X-Plane 11, and I did play FSX before, and I've been looking at using VATSIM. I'm just scared to go on it.
I don't blame you.
I don't want to get stuff wrong.
Oh, I might not be able to do that because it's outside.
Dreamlifter is huge. Yes, it is.
I'm gonna add to the description of this. I think I'm gonna say you're allowed some supports outside. The less, the better. So every support you get on the outside of the line, you will lose 10 points. That's probably the easiest way of doing it, right?
10 points, jeez.
Yeah, it's gonna be rated out of quite high. It's gonna be like QI scores. So you know. We don't even know how it's gonna work yet.
The Beluga opening door at the front is huge. Yeah. Some of the freight aircraft have some really strange. They do. My favorite one is the 747 that they retrofitted to carry the space shuttle.
I do think it'd fit that.
Such a cool plane. That I don't think they were able to fly over 12,000 feet or something like that. It had to fly really low. No worries, AZ.
What's that?
He'll be back in 5.
And you know what? I've managed to build, you know, almost...
Ryan minus 10 points to CoasterGen.
Yeah, legit. Yeah. What I might do,
a wild wolf has appeared.
Hello.
Hey! You're quiet.
I'm
1 minute, we turn you up.
You're quiet.
We're in the stream, by the way, just to let you know.
Yeah.
You are live on Channel 4. Please do not
Please do
swear.
not swear. Yeah.
Hello,
But
everyone.
what I can do is probably move this back some actually. Get away with going away from. There we go. Yeah.
The Photoshop planes with 6 floors and 12 wings. Yeah, I love them photo.
Oh, first hole going in. It's not on Towers Ride. You have to have one at least. There it is.
Game cheater, it doesn't even make it through the dive loop. I don't think I'm gonna make it.
You can go high. Go high. Don't worry about it.
You don't have to do the height restriction.
I'm just being stupid because I like to build realistically, you know, to a fashion.
Luke and James, do you play train sims? Yes, we do.
Yes, we do. Would you like to see that on the channel? That is something I could do for hours. Could have hour-long stream, like 2-hour-long streams of train sim. Seriously, it could happen.
Ben says hi, Wolf.
Hi, Ben.
Brian, the Antonov is massive. Yeah.
So are we?
We're having a
doing,
discussion about planes.
Yeah, they're talking about
Okay.
planes, and I'm building a layout.
Or that
fine.
Photoshop plane with 20 engines.
Why did the Why did that happen?
What?
Did you lower the entire station?
I don't remember doing that. Hang on, we have to undo the shaping. Oh, hopefully it lets me go all
Ben, train sims, yes please. Jammy,
Oh, I know what
in
I've
all
done.
caps, all
Oh.
the sims.
All
And
the
Behemoth
Sims.
Train Sim World. Yes, it's actually on Xbox Game Pass, which is also available on PC. Now,
Very good.
so that's how I've got that. Yeah, I've got Train Sim World, and the one that constantly updates itself to the new version every year, even when you buy it just once.
I don't know what I've done with this station.
I think it's at 2020 now, which
think
is the Antonov. The Antonov is a Russian plane.
So
It's
is
the
this?
it's the largest cargo plane in the world.
Thanks,
Is
no
it-
limits.
It's got 6
Is this
engines.
out now or not yet?
What?
Which?
The competition?
Yeah.
It's been out all day, dude.
It's out. It has been out all day.
It's been out all
Where have you
day.
been?
I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure if the live stream was the.
No,
was like-
No, the live stream was just us showing what can be done.
Okay.
I don't
That's
know
what
I've
happens
done
when
with
you're
it.
not around on a Sunday.
T, please no limits to speed build videos.
So
Ah, that's good.
since we're close friends, I assume I probably can't participate in this contest, or else
You can participate. Not a problem.
Okay.
But you will be deducted 20 points before you even start, so
Okay. Fine.
I'm only joking. I don't even know how I'm gonna point score this thing out. We're gonna have to try and figure this out.
True.
Wolf,
Are there any-
Should I? Do B&M have the? I'm struggling with this station bit because I've turned it before I wanted to go up. Can I start the chain later on the lift, or does it have to start before with it being a wing?
Sometimes B&M sometimes pushes them up a little bit.
A little bit, right?
Yeah, usually like a little bit or just a little. Yeah, like right there is fine.
Okay, cool. Just like
Sometimes they push them up a little bit, like especially if they have drive tires or something just before. They as long as they usually push it up a little.
Then it is the engineering design that goes into designing building coasters, aircraft, and trains.
So
That
do
really
you
interests
have
me.
like
Yeah,
any
same.
special like requirements or anything like that?
The only right. So what we talked about before. It's a good question. Any coasters you build have to be in the red boundary. You're allowed to build scenery outside of the boundary to match the lands up. So like this is what I did at the start of the stream. Wolf, is I built this path coming out from Forbidden Valley into this new area. That is counted and that's classed as scenery. So anything that's added on extra will be obviously added up and part of your score as well. So
Okay.
yeah.
Well,
Brian says minus
this,
20 points to Gryffindor.
I assume this
10
part
points
file
to
is
Gryffindor.
on the workshop, right?
Yeah, it's on the workshop, and there is a WeTransfer link around, and I think it's in the comments in the workshop. So if you don't have the Steam version, you can get hold of it. Also, someone asked me for a different way of getting it on Twitter earlier on, and that is where the WeTransfer link will be as well. So you can get it from there as well. And if that expires, we'll make a new one.
Ooh, something that I want
So-
the comments' opinions on.
What's that?
How are you guys looking forward to FS 2020?
Oh wow, yeah. Let's talk about that.
Real quick, I do see that you talk about no height restriction.
Yeah, none at all.
Uh,
But if you do apply one to your coaster or your project, let me know in the description on the form that you will be submitting your submission to, so I know to
Alright.
give you more realism points, basically.
Gotcha.
But this is quite a high coaster, and you cannot see it.
Above the tree line.
you
That's
can't-
the goal, right?
You can't
this
see
isn't
it
this,
from the monorail. You can only just see it from the monorail when you go past it. Like,
this is not the same park that requires above the tree line. Actually, it is, correct?
yes,
No,
it is.
you can't.
Yep, that's
Okay.
Alton Towers.
Gotcha.
You getting your mailing packs mixed up again.
Yeah, it's a common thing. We should have a series on how often I get my parks mixed up. It'd be something.
Yeah.
So, any style we want to,
Yeah,
or is there a
any
specific
style. Any
Anything.
style.
All right.
And if you
Alright,
want
As
some
many
advice,
coasters in that red area.
yep,
as
you
you
can.
can.
So you could build
you
a
want.
full area if you wanted to. That's kind of the idea I'm going for anyway. Because
Gotcha. Okay.
Towers probably
Well-
wouldn't just build a new ride; they'd build an area. I think. I
Yeah.
feel
If it was Six Flags, it'd just be a coaster and maybe a couple of trees.
kind of worked.
Maybe some gravel.
It kind of does look a
some
bit Alton
dirt.
Towers actually, because they do turn out the station a lot.
So technically, where you have the rocks here, 'cause I'm looking at the file now, is that part of the start of an area? Is that what that is?
That
Is
is
that
the rocks that surround the base of the monorail in real life.
Okay.
That's where the walkway
Okay.
is from the hotel to the park.
Okay, so that is
that slowed down. Why did that slow down?
that
so much?
is so that is an accessible walk path for park guests or just certain people. Okay.
Hey Elvis, and Elvis says, imagine Alton Towers building a giga with half the ride underground.
I mean, they built a hyper with almost half a ride underground, so
Pretty much, yeah. Ben, can you imagine an all trims
can
coaster
almost-
park for real?
You can almost start to question how much of Oblivion's track is underground opposed to above ground.
Well, it's what? It's 180 feet drop.
55 meters above.
55 meters in feet. Don't know that.
180-foot drop, I think, overall, including under.
Yeah, 180 foot drop overall. I think it's
Why was that?
80 foot is above. I think it's 80 foot is above ground
Yeah,
level.
80 foot is above the ground.
100 foot below ground.
But
Yeah, it's not. It's not 55 meters above the ground, mate. Because
No?
that's the entire drop size.
Oh,
It's 55 meters.
I read it somewhere. I know I'd read it somewhere. What's this doing? Oh, it's doing that thing where I can't do anything when I select the radius column. Mine No Limits hates me. Like,
Oh no, sorry. It's 180 foot drop, but 65 foot tall.
Oh, okay, there you go.
So 65
That
feet
was
above
strict.
ground. The rest is all underground.
I've not built a wing coaster for ages, Wolf. I'm like, these
Ah.
things are massive. Like,
That's funny. Yeah, they really are.
I don't think I need that. Just needs to be more outward. Let's try that. We'll add the one in there. No. Ah. I wanted to flow off that air. I want it to flow. I think it's this. I think it needs to pull out some. And then down. It's been a while. It's been a while. It's not looking too bad. I've got no lats there anyway on that bit, so it must feel okay. Yeah, looks good. Alright, let's ride that. Let's ride that. The height restrictions are only in place by neighbours who live near Alton Towers. Well, this is one of the things we had the discussion about when we started this project. Was we just put the overlay back on. It's so away from anywhere. Like, your nearest neighbours are over here, the house next to Towers at the entrance.
There's also one over to the left.
And there's this way towards
which is
Oblivion,
by Oblivion, yeah.
but way over here, like way over here. And you can see just how big that area is, guys. I mean, look at it compared to the No Limits 2 area to build in. It's massive. So,
True.
gives you an idea. Oh, it's looking pretty cool so far. Quite like it. Quite like it. Just, obviously, it's not... I love the way Galactica looks there as well on the left-hand side. It just sticks out from the thing.
Yeah.
Nice way of combining the two areas, really, having that there. In fact, you could run the queue underneath that, so you could actually watch Galactica go around. I always think as well, like, you open up an area to another coast, to another part of the park, and you'll be able to see pictures and views that you wouldn't normally see. That's too slow. Wouldn't normally see.
If it's around like 15, if it's around like 20-ish, I think it's okay. You don't want it to be too quick through the elements because of the lats on the side of the wings.
Yeah.
So you might be okay. As long as it's around like 20-ish, you're okay.
I don't think it was. I think it was more like 12. Let me have a look. Didn't feel quick. 13. Yeah, I went far off when I said 12.
Okay.
Oh, let me just turn the scenery off. I'll turn the overlay off as well.
Behemoth, I will gladly live right next to a theme park, lol. And Elvis, this ride is actually being built in real life or no? No, this is just an idea for...
Ooh, that might work.
For the fun of it.
Yeah, we're just playing around. And if you do, you know, I can't wait to see your entries, guys. And by the way, just to let you know, Digital Dan's entry is now closed for his Planet Coaster competition he's been running. And if you caught the back end of the video that he released earlier on, it showed some of the submissions, and wow, they're incredible. I did submit one. It was one that I've not streamed just because I wanted it to be a bit different. But I can tell you now, it's not going to make it after what I've seen. Yeah, it's pretty impressive what people have done. It's good. This is why we want to do this kind of thing. 15 okay?
15 might be okay. Just see how it rides.
I do need
Because
to...
typically,
This hill's
what
not
I like
too
to do
bad.
is
Just needs to do...
typically once I get a speed of something, I try to stick somewhere around that. So when people say, "Oh, the pacing," that way they can't say the pacing is off because you know the ride rides around roughly the same.
Well, it's going over the airtime hill at 33 miles an hour, so that's pretty decent.
Okay. Yeah.
I'd say so.
Ryan, did you know that you can fit 18 Blackpool Pleasure Beach in Towers grounds?
Wow.
Ben, Oblivion used to have a ride announcement that said don't look down on the top of the lift hill before it was scrapped. That was because of noise complaints, yeah.
Ooh, someone mentioned Oblivion. That's coincidental, isn't it?
Yes.
I wonder what's happening with Oblivion. Don't know. Summer? A little bit of a tease there. Yeah. Look out for that video later, guys. It's going to be good. Wolf's like, I know what you're doing. I saw what you did there. I get it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a shame they had to get rid of that announcement. It's really cool.
Yeah, it's because of the stupid neighbours. If they're watching this, you're stupid.
Do you know what's quite fun?
What's quite fun? Calling the
Going
neighbours
and...
stupid? Yeah.
No,
Living next to a
going
theme
and
park
looking
then
at
complain about the noise.
Looking at the planning permission every time Towers submits something.
Yeah.
And just
hilarious.
the same three people always put comments saying, "Oh, they shouldn't get this because of that, and that," just complaining. And then the amount of other people that don't live anywhere near the park are just like, "Yeah, it'll be a good investment for the park. They should go ahead with it."
Yeah, but like I said in the stream, in the podcast the other day, it's got to be bringing in money to the community. Like your hotel would not have people in it if Alton Towers didn't exist, right?
Yeah.
Simple. Your cafe wouldn't have people buying bacon butters in the morning because Alton Towers doesn't exist. It wouldn't happen. You know, McDonald's off you talks at a roundabout. Is 99% of the custom is from Alton Towers coming back or going in the morning. Has to be. You know, during the not every day. Then at night, obviously, you got your drive-through, you know. But during the day, it's got to be Towers people coming from like all over the UK. You'd think.
Yeah.
So, stop whinging. Don't live near a theme park. Simple. If you don't like it, move.
Oh.
That drops a little bit back now.
Ryan, sad news, but you know that M&D's has gone bankrupt. And
Yeah,
rumours
M&D's
that
is
Light
shut
Water-
down. Yeah, M&D's is in administration.
Rumours that
now.
Lightwater Valley could be next.
Yeah, Lightwater Valley has been suspended on Twitter.
Yeah, speaking of Lightwater Valley, their Twitter. How? What have they done to violate the Twitter's terms of service?
I don't know, mate. I honestly couldn't. I couldn't tell you. If I knew, I'd love to know. It's hilarious.
Because you told me, and I was like, no way. So I actually went onto Twitter to look for their
Yeah,
account. Yeah,
it's legit.
Suspended.
It is legit. Hilarious. It really is hilarious.
Then the locals are just turning away a great investment opportunity in the area every time they reject new plans for a coaster. No, they can only add comments to the plans. Most of the time, that Towers have put plan and permission in. Most of the time, it's gone through.
Most of the time.
There's like a couple cases, just of like small little things that
I'm just
actually
gonna-
wasn't even coaster investments.
I'm just going to build this coaster away from the area just for now. I know where I can and can't go now, so this is just so I can straighten up the elements and things. So a tip that Wolf told me that you should all probably follow. Guess who's putting a 0 G-roll in? Yeah, let's have one of them.
Alright.
I am actually going 40 miles an hour, so I can go quite high with this. Let me have a look, see. I mean, we could do one of them Planet Coaster 0 G rolls where it rolls out. Because that could be good in the wing. Yes, that could be very good on the wing coaster. I like that idea. And why didn't I just go straight up? That's what she said.
For those of you that are interested, the flight is just lining up on final approach now.
You're still talking about your Razor mouse. It's hilarious.
Tim, so I actually managed to find the flight that is on, coming from Germany to the UK.
That's funny.
So, yeah, it's just making its final turn now, onto the final approach for the runway. So I want it could come tomorrow then.
Good. Very much could.
Because I haven't had a confirmed delivery date from DHL yet.
Mhm.
But the Razor website is saying that it'll be delivered on Thursday. And I'm like, it's there. It's landing in the UK.
Yeah,
now.
but it's how long it takes to clear customs because of everything that's going on.
It's
as
already
well.
cleared customs.
Oh,
It got pre-cleared for customs in Germany.
well, fair enough.
While it was on the flight to Germany, it was given its customs release. Because it only needs the customs release going into Germany, because we still technically are part of the EU. In terms of customs and stuff. So once it's been cleared there, unless there's an ad hoc exam in the UK, it will just go straight out for delivery.
Nice.
Would a mouse actually fly to your house, James? No, it didn't fly over my house, unfortunately.
That would have been funny.
Yeah. Oh, look, my mouse.
That's mine. Come back.
Come back. Airdrop it out. I'll go get it.
Yeah.
You should play Portal 1 or 2. Personally, I love the comedy. I've played both. I love it. I love Portal 2. because of Wheatley.
Portal 2's cool.
Portal 2's great.
Remember when we tried to play that multiplayer and it was just like, I just had a nightmare doing it.
And also, I had a really bad laptop that couldn't run itself, let alone a
true.
game.
That's true. Okay, this needs to roll a lot earlier. It needs to come down a lot earlier as well.
Hello, Chad.
Hey, Chad.
Hi, Chad.
The man. He's now got admin as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, mod.
Mod, yeah. Mod. Same kind of thing. There we go. I think that's got the shape. It has to bank outwards. Ooh, why is it... Why is it being a tool? There we go. Stop being a tool, no limits. You tool. That did absolutely nothing to the G-force after I did that then. Oh, no limits. You are hilarious. I'm interested to see what people build. I really am. I can't wait. I'm proper excited to see what people build for this.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
I'm going to put this back in the area now. Rotate. What's that from?
It's just the way that we say rotate when we're flying. And rotate.
So I'm sure I've heard that before.
It's just what we say when we're...
Ooh, look at that. Ooh, I can actually go down a bit further than that. That's quite a big hill, you know, down to the station.
Yeah, it's a good size.
We can go swarmy on this. Let's go swarmy on it. Pull this out some, I think.
Tracking? You okay? Oh, there you go. So I, looking at the flight tracking then, because it takes a little while for it to update that it's actually landed and it's not going that fast anymore. It looked like it did a go around.
How's the shaping on that looking, Wolf?
We have
Looks good.
touchdown.
Yeah?
Yeah, I like it. Looks good.
Luke, we got touchdown.
Nice. Touchdown!
Touchdown.
Touchdown hard. Manolitz has done that thing like that's to do with me, so leave editor, back into editor. Thank you.
Oh, is it where you use the page up and then you float up to the up?
No, it's
to
not
the
even
heaven?
that one. I don't even get that error. The error that I get is ridiculous. It's the one where it just stops you from banking track.
Ah,
The gaming cheater. Do I get deducted for? Do I get deducted points for my brake run
oh, is it where the track
my
rolls
brake
by
run
itself?
having?
Is that?
No, it wasn't even that one.
No, it just won't let him
What?
actually use the roll points at all.
Oh,
The game cheater. Do I get deducted points for my brake run having very sharp back braking turn to get to the brakes before the station?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, you do. Unfortunately.
Ben, have you thought about going water cooled for PC, James? I have got an AIO on my CPU. I don't want to take my GPU apart to get water cooling on that.
No, thank you. That is too much faffing.
So I've got water cooling on my CPU, but not my GPU.
Yeah.
Being streams, I once tried to cool my laptop with water. It didn't end well.
Well, you're not supposed to throw water over your laptop. I mean, I'm just guessing that's probably where you went wrong, right?
Ryan, Trims, loads of smiley faces. Ben, awesome coast, Luke. To Game Cheater, this is rigged, I tell ya, rigged.
It might be. Alright, let's go. God, I love how Galactica looks there on the left. It looks awesome. Can't get over that. Let's see how this goes. It's not going to be very smooth, I know that much. Wow, we've been streaming for over an hour. That went well quick. That's better, right? Yeah, that's better. It's quicker.
yeah.
Being Trims, just because all Trims towers is already one does not mean it's rigged.
Yep, this needs a lot of work, but oh god, that's too slow. Yeah, this needs a lot of work. A lot of work.
Well, thankfully, you have till June 2nd.
Well, I can have, I've got as long as I want. If I actually want to put a video out on YouTube, I've got as long as I want.
Did you mean to put the border a little high up off the
cheater.
ground, or was that unintended? Was that an accident?
It follows the it's just the way. Yeah, it just happened. Just the way the thing happened. There's no reason for it.
Okay, I want to make sure because I didn't want to put my coaster up too high and then
It's a gaming cheater. He purposely made it to where only he can make a ride that fits. Any ride can fit if you make it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm working on one now, so.
Which means his will be done in about 5 minutes.
Brian ever been rickrolled? Yes.
I'm trying to go with
times.
something that the park doesn't have, so.
That doesn't have a wing coaster.
Chad, I'm guessing that this is gonna. Yep, knew it, Chad, knew it.
I mean, that's kind of true because they.
Chad put a link saying, "Look at this coaster."
No, Chad.
It was a rickroll. It was a rickroll.
No, Chad. No, you set a better example than that, bro. How funny would it be now if I just rickrolled the whole stream?
Oh, that would be brilliant. That would have been brilliant.
Da, 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 da.
I feel like you need to get a
Soundboard.
stream jack,
Yeah,
a stream deck,
jack?
just
Stream
just
jack.
to do that. A stream jack. No, a stream deck just to do that.
Stream jack. Stream ejection. Goodbye.
My name is Jack.
My name is Jack. You idiot.
Building coasters can be so addictive. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Chad, lol, thanks. Thank you, Ryan, for the idea. I think everyone's been rickrolled before. At some point.
Who hasn't?
Do it, Emperor
Ridiculous.
Palpatine.
Do it.
No, it's do it. Do it. Do it. I may or may not be looking at where. Because Flight Radar only has like it doesn't have a proper satellite overview from what I can see. It's only.
My name's Jack.
It's only.
I like that. It's quite funny.
Where is it? Oh, Mapstar. Aye, you can change it.
Aye.
You can change it.
Aye.
I was basically trying to see where it's parking up. I thought you said a stream jet. I mean, that's a cool name.
Name Jack.
Oh, apparently planes in the car park now.
You're not getting it until at least a week. A few days, at least.
I'm gonna say it's probably gonna be Tuesday.
Tuesday. Feels like a Tuesday. Does it feel like a Tuesday?
Tuesday.
It's only a Sunday. It's weird, isn't it?
I think it's parked in the car park. it's just like, nope, not parking here. Straight to the car park. Go home tracking, you're drunk. Yeah, it's just gone past the apron, into the car park.
Yeah, straight into thingy. Thingy's a place.
I mean, efficient for getting it onto the van. Just straight just into the side of the van. There you go.
Yeah.
Either that or they're just going to take the plane out on the roads. Drive it down the M1.
That would be brilliant. Why don't you just land it in, near you? That would be fantastic.
I don't think that, well, the closest airports to
You
me.
used to have an airfield next to your house.
My house used to be an airfield.
That's the one. But I knew it was something like that. Ooh, look at the airtime on that. Way up.
Which I find quite funny because we have a big strip of concrete on one of the fields, which we call the runway. It wasn't a runway, it was a taxiway. It's gone off tracking. My guess for the stands that it went to is stand 110 at East Midlands Airport. Ryan, I meant to ask last stream, what is a whiteout as it is mentioned in the Oblivion Q video? It's similar to like a grey out. It's just where you kind of your vision starts kind of go white because of the kind of G-force and lack of blood.
Check from above.
Ben, little secret to Luke's Park, there are cars buried underneath it. Plane has been trimmed, James won't come until next week. No. Chad's saying no face cam.
So no.
He was shaving earlier and he cut his face, that's why it doesn't
No, not at all. Did shave my tash before though, because it was doing my head in. No, it's just well, I have a new mount for my webcam, well, for my phone, because I'm using my phone, but I've not had a chance to set it up yet, so.
The game cheater, imagine a plane parking in a parking lot. Would be funny. Although
I'm here now.
I say that would be funny. Boeing's manufacturing, because they've had to previous instance they grounded an entire type of plane. A lot of them are literally just in the staff car park.
Is that the new 737?
Yeah. A lot of them were just in the staff car park because they don't have space for them on the actual airfield. Oh my god, on Gatekeeper, on the bottom, drop our white out every time.
Nice.
I don't often like white out or grey out. The only real time was Time Machine. Because that thing's just ridiculous.
Oh, there's a node there that needs depumping.
Even better, a coaster in your backyard. That would be amazing. Although I don't have a very big backyard, so... Be a little kid coaster. Like, flying fish would be within my garden, I don't think.
That was kind of cool. There's a few things I don't like about it, but...
Behemoth. Shaving, not as good as trimming. I like that.
That's a good one. That was a good one.
That is good.
I like that one.
Good.
Yeah, you can have that one. The round of applause. So is that coming out too early? Probably. Can't believe how heavy these things are. Like on the ground. I mean, you're talking like 3.3 G's just coming out of an Immelman, and then you just hit constant float every time you go up. So difficult.
Ben, not enough rocks and trees.
Not yet, but we're not gonna finish this ride tonight. We're gonna continue to stream it throughout the week. I'm gonna try and build the area up and things.
I kind of want to touch on this just because it's something that I've seen a couple of times pop up. I've heard about it a few different times, but there's a rumor going around. I talked to you about this a little bit, but B&M supposedly may have a new coaster type in development.
Surf coaster, SF.
Yeah, I did see that. But then there was also rumors that it wasn't a new coaster type. It was just because looking at the track, it just looks like an invert track. So I've seen pictures of some of the track. That they have.
What I had sent to me the other day.
Although I only had a quick look.
What I had sent to me
like
was for SeaWorld Orlando.
Yeah, that was it. SeaWorld.
And it doesn't. I guess it shows all of the codes of what things mean. for like what coaster type, and it's coded SFA, and B&M doesn't have any of those. So SF looks like SF-A. The quality of it is not very good, but I don't know. So maybe it's just something to watch out for, but it may not be anything. It may not be anything, anything at all. But yeah. So
Yeah,
there's something to
definitely
look
some.
forward to during this pandemic. So.
Yeah, it definitely is something. The only thing I'm gonna say it probably is probably more of a coaster track being able to be underwater than anything. If it's at SeaWorld, it's got to be to do with that, right? It has to be.
It could be, yeah. It
I'd
could
say
be
so.
it. Yeah, it could be as well.
Like it might be the first water launch B&M.
That'd be pretty interesting.
Just like a big splashdown, but with a launch on it.
That'd be pretty cool. Yeah.
Could work.
I don't think, because the splashdowns are actually there to act as kind of a trim as well, because the splashdown with the scoops introduces a lot of drag on the coaster.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't make sense having a lot of drag on the coaster when you're trying to launch it.
Well, maybe that's the point of it. Maybe it's maybe they're doing it so it's not a trim anymore.
Behemoth, I think it's more trim track for Mako.
No.
Could be. Could very well be. Alright, gonna have one more freeze and we're gonna start to wind down, guys. We'll be going for over an hour now.
Ooh.
But we'll be back with this. The beauty of a project like this is we can stream it over multiple nights, so and we'll get some music in for next time. Didn't really think about it, to be honest with you, when we started, but I should have had some music on in the background, but I completely forgot, so I apologize for that. But yeah, speed builds on our channel for No Limits. I do actually have one on. It's an older video. It's a wooden coaster. It was just after I got back from Alton Towers and rid the Wicker Man. I built a wooden coaster, very similar to the Wicker Man, but it was launched. It was crazy. But yeah, check that out. That's on the channel. And don't forget, guys, after this stream does finish, I will be scheduling a video for tomorrow at 6:30 in the evening, and you will see.
You don't want to miss it. Yeah,
It's
you don't want to miss
probably one of the best videos I've made outside of No Limits and Planet Coaster and stuff. So yeah, I hope you like it. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be scheduled, so we'll be able to watch it together live. If you want to see more of them after it goes live, then let us know and we'll do it. Also, if you're watching this on playback, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you leave a comment and let us know if you're entering into this competition. I hope you are. I hope everybody does who subscribe to this on the workshop. James, do you want to do a quick check on the workshop and see how many we've got? Or can I do it? It would be easier if I did it.
Let me just have a look. I'll see if I can do it.
Because I'm off the screen at the moment. Oh no, I can check. Library. Limits. Workshop. My files. Yeah, it's a really long way to go around.
Ben, I wonder what MacBride's appropriate to type in. God knows.
26 current subscribers right now.
Wow.
To the
And that's
project
not
file.
including other people that have downloaded it from the WeTransfer.
Yeah, that's true. So, yeah.
Where do we submit it? We haven't done it yet, but it will most likely be uploaded to a file sharing site, and we'll have a Google Docs form, which you'll do your submission through that, which has given us the link to the download for it.
Yeah. Absolutely. And we hope you've enjoyed
So you
this
could
video.
you could upload it to the Steam Workshop, and we'll be able to subscribe to it from there.
Yeah, you just need to let us know.
Let
also,
us know where you've sent it.
Just like to say, because it's Alton Towers, if you give us some sort of backstory to the coaster or the area, that will definitely fare well for points as well. I do like a bit of a creative vibe when it comes to rides. For example, my Swarm Island submission to Dan was basically the ruins that the alien creatures had left behind from the Swarm in 10,000 BC, and they were discovered when they were trying to build a facility on Fort Parks Island to research the Swarm and what we can learn from the invasion. and they actually found loads of artifacts and things. I did put a picture in Discord if you want to see that, but I probably will put that on the workshop as well, so you can check that out. I'm probably going to upload a lot more stuff to the workshop as well. It seems though we have quite a following on there now with 26 subscribers to this park file. That's pretty good.
Gaming cheater. So from what I can see, I'm in the red line, but what if we are a tiny bit out of it?
Don't be a tiny bit out of it. Supports you can have, so like my station's outside slightly, so we'll give leeway because it is such a small area in a way. It's not a small area at all. You should be able to build in it. If you can't build in it, then I don't know. It's a tricky one. I'm going to allow supports to be outside the red area. I think that's what I'm going to say, actually.
I think it being tricky will make others be more innovative with how they do things.
Absolutely, but I think I'm going to allow for supports outside the red area. That's allowed. I'm going to change that in the description. Yeah, because if you're joining the areas up like we are, and you want people to have a bit of an impact, to support going through a path is a pretty cool way of having an impact on people. Like, whoa, what's support doing there? Icon does it brilliantly. You just walk around icon supports. It's meant you can just hug them if you want.
Behemoth, I got an amazing story for my ride. I love the swarm supports because loads of them are in the area.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I like about. That's what I like about like areas. You know, when you're interacting with the ride, and not just there for the ride, if you know what I mean.
Like as the ride's going round and you have your hand on it and you can just feel the vibration.
Yeah, stealth's meant for that in the queue line. We just hold on to that post. It rattles like hell.
Yeah, or the little bit of ceiling that they have as you go underneath you. If you kind of
that's what I mean. Yeah.
That's mental.
That's what I mean. That little ceiling thing you can jump up and so yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah, not the. But yeah. Well, anyway, guys, we're going to end the stream there. Thank you so much for watching. We hope you've enjoyed it. We hope we give you a little bit of some ideas to do with this challenge. We hope we've made some of the rules clear, like I said. So we'll go through them. You're allowed as many coasters as you want inside the red area. You can do any theming outside of the red area, but it must be tied into the area that you're building in. So a pathway must come from Forbidden Valley, and it must match up with the one in the new area that you've done, basically. You're allowed to put flat rides in. You're allowed to put stalls in. Custom scenery is allowed. Supports can be outside the red area. Yeah, that's it, isn't it? Height restrictions. If you put height restrictions on your project, let us know. You'll get extra points for realism. Yeah, that's it, right?
I think so.
And we'll do a stream when we do release the form for you to submit rides. We'll probably do that probably halfway through the contest, so in about 15 or so days. And we'll do a stream saying where you can submit your rides to. But we're going to continue with this project over the next week or so. We're going to try and build an area for this wing coaster. Yeah, but for now, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe, hit that bell, follow us on all our socials. And I've been Luke, he's been James, he's been Wolf Raging 95, and we've been CoasterGen. And we'll see you next time. Say bye, James.
Bye, James.
Bye.